Taliban and the so-called Islamic State have made threats for citizens to stay away from the elections, and those threats have grown in ferocity, with 10 electoral candidates assassinated in the last 2 months. The radical preacher Anjem Choudhury has been released from a British prison. The 51-year-old had been sentenced to 5.5 years in 2016 for inviting support of the Islamic State group. With more details on this, Vincent McAviney joins us now from London. Vincent, he's been released, but under very strict conditions. What more can you tell us about that?
Good afternoon, Tokes. Well, Anjem Choudhury was a very public hate preacher here in the UK. He preached at mosques around the country and was accused of trying to radicalise young Muslim men. He also had a big media profile, to much criticism. He was invited onto lots of programmes and was able to send out that message. But he always played a clever cat-and-mouse game with authorities who monitored him closely until he got caught trying to incite people to go out and join the Islamic State group and fight for them. So back in 2016, he was sentenced to 5 years in prison. He served 2.5 years, and in England, at the halfway point of your sentence, you're automatically released. But it's under some incredible conditions. He's not allowed to leave London. He has to hand in his passport. He's not allowed to go on an internet device. He will have a mobile phone, but the authorities can request it from him at any time. He's not allowed to preach at certain mosques or meet with people not disclosed to the authorities. He's not allowed to be around children. So some really tight controls being put on him when he was released from prison this morning in an attempt to curtail his activities. But there is some unquiet and sort of discontent about him actually getting this early release in his sentence. Whilst the Prime Minister says that the authorities, the intelligence services and the probation service are equipped to be able to deal with him, there are those like the MP John Woodcock, who serve on the Home Affairs Select Committee, who say it's crazy and a risk to the public. He and some other MPs are calling for the Home Secretary to look into this case. And the Met Police say that he is a dangerous individual. But one former Met commander this morning, Sir Mark Rowley, has actually said that it's important not to overstate his significance. At the end of the day, he's a pathetic groomer of others. That's what he's done in the past. He's not some sort of evil genius. But what he was really good at in the past was getting his message out, particularly on media platforms. So I think the authorities have had to put in these strict conditions to make sure he doesn't get up to his old tricks.
Vincent McAviney there, reporting on the release of the controversial Islamic preacher Anjem Choudhury. Still to come, President Donald Trump threatens to send troops to the US-Mexican border to block migrants moving north. More on that story after the break.